What is up, my special beam brothers and sisters? We're back at it again with another figure review. This time we got Gohan Battle Armor version from the Namek Saga in the house, and I'm finally glad that I got him. A lot of you people have already got him a little bit before me, but with the things going on, especially me living in Florida with the hurricane and all, it did take me, some time before I actually got him. But let's just kind of brush that to the side, and I'm just excited about the fact that we got him. Real quick, gang, if you love anime apparel as well as I do, just make sure to head over to Otaku, a relatively new company that just kind of, blew up out of nowhere. But now they have t-shirts as well as hoodies, and they just fit all your personal needs. Just make sure that when you're purchasing to go ahead and punch in the code and use my code LAZY, L-A-Z-Y, to make sure I can hook you guys up with 25% off the whole purchase. All right, guys, enough talking. Let's get into it. Alright guys, here we finally have Gohan and his armor version from the Namek Saga onto the rotating stand. To me, first looks and aesthetics wise, he looks really, really good. I'm still kind of bummed out that they are still not giving these guys like any panel lines. I mean, as far as the abdomen and the shoulders go, I mean, it just looks like a very, very flat look. You can't even really see the lines, but I'll probably have to draw them in maybe myself, probably later on. But the height wise on this guy, he is really, really short, and I'm glad he's kind of short, more or less like how he is in the anime, like in the show. So I will do some size comparisons later on, but I just kind of want to hurry up and talk about the overall like aesthetics and how his fists and the gloves look. They're just everything about this guy is just so small. I mean, it still looks really, really good. To me, this is one of my favorite and most iconic Gohans there is. I mean, he wore this throughout the whole, the whole end of the Namek Saga, and then a little bit into the Android Saga when he had kind of his long hair. And the kid Gohan with the one with the little rat tail on the back of his head, I'll put him up too as a size comparison as well, so we can get a better look and compare those two. The headpiece is I want to say more or less as big as maybe Kid Goku's is. Actually, no, Kid Goku's, I think his head is like kind of far beyond, like way bigger than his body. I don't know why I get it, they were going for the cartoony look, but I don't like how it's just translated into that figure that we got from S.H.FIGUARTS. Kid Goku, it's an okay figure to me, aesthetics wise. But enough talk, let's get into the articulation. Okay guys, first things first, everybody knows we start from head to toe. Sorry about that. So he's able to look up probably about this much, look down a good amount. I mean, look at him, chilled and all. All right, he's able to do side to side a little bit, not too much. He can look all the way around 360 if you want to. His shoulder pads over here are on that same ugly hinge that they always kind of put on these guys. I'm not a fan of these. These are just so ugly to me. Like, even if he tries to cross his arms, like, they just don't, I don't know. Look, see? If he wanted to cross his arm like this and just kind of throw a punch, the aesthetics is just, either you're going to go for the practicality or the aesthetics. That's just basically what it is. To me, it just does not look good. Come on, S.H.FIGUARTS, let's do away with these and put the hinge in the actual back, like they did with Broly, and how they're gonna do with Turles. Once you got that going, then we could talk. Okay, moving on down to the actual shoulders. So he's able to lift his hand up pretty high, but he's kind of hindered by the armor piece. And then he does have that sweet butterfly joint, But man, that comes off as looking ugly. Like, what is he doing? Doesn't even look good to me. He has a cut right here in the bicep. He's able to bend his elbow a little bit better than 90. It's not bad. And then as far as his wrists, 360, and they do go up and down. Put him in a neutral pose. Moving on down to the chest piece. So right here, it's cut up into actually one section. It's his upper torso. Let me see how far I can get without scratching paint. So he's able to look down about this much. So not too bad. You'll probably start to see the gap in the back. So, and he doesn't have a bottom piece either, as far as like the abdomen. So, I mean, you can kind of, you know, push this forward, if you can see that right there. Push it forward, and then maybe get some better articulation. Next, we're going to go ahead and start off with the legs. So, sorry about that, guys. Maybe a bug going around. So, he's able to lift his kicks up this much, which is not bad at all. Of course, we got the diaper in the back, kind of holding everything together. He's, let's see, does he have yep, he has a thigh cut right here. So if he needs to turn his kick when he hits towards somebody, go ahead. He can, let's see if he can bend his feet. This one might be a little stiff. Let's try the other one. Yeah, I guess he can only bend it this much. That's what mine is giving me. Yep. Mine is only giving me this much, which is okay. I mean, you're not really going to ask for much. Let me see if there's any boot cut right here. Nope. I don't think there's any boot cut. And then right here on the feet, able to go up about this much, down. There's not really any ankle pivot. And then toe articulation. And that's going to be it for the homie Gohan. I'm gonna put him somewhat in a static pose, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead and get on with his accessories. Let's get it. Okay, guys, so when it comes to Gohan and his accessories, he doesn't really come with much, but let's get on with it. Everybody knows we start from head to toe with accessories as well. So the first head accessory that we're gonna get is this optional piece right here, his head, or I should say his hair. Let me see if this comes off. So yeah, this is when he's kind of doing a more dynamic pose. It just slips on to the ball joint right there on his neck, and then you kind of put any type of faceplate you want on here with that, and then you're good to go. This is for when he's about to do some type of Masenko Ha, or like he's about to hit somebody with a roundhouse kick. That is that. Next are his face plates. They kind of have them, instead of just kind of like free floating, they have them in this little package right here, which I think is pretty nice. So right here we have the kind of stern looking face, or kind of more just neutral. Next up, we have this happy, expressive face right here. I like this one a lot. I think I might have him with this one. Very iconic face from Gohan. Happy Gohan. Then we have this kind of mad looking face. Head looking like an egg head right here. Big forehead. And then we have this yelling, very, very expressive, angry yelling face. That looks nice right here. I think I might sport that piece with this hair piece right here. So that's really nice. And then they put the hands in the tray as well. I thought that was pretty cool. Instead of having the little pieces kind of just like fall out when you take the whole blister pack out of the package. So I thought that was really cool. So we have a pair of open palm, kind of like blast hands. Then we have these kind of closed, like ready hands right here. Very dynamic. And then next we kind of have these ready hands Gohan's ready to give you the business. And then next is this kind of like, it looks like a holding hand, as if like he was gonna charge a Masenko, so you would use that hand to kind of hold it. So like I said, he comes with all of these, but that's pretty much what came in the package. Nothing really more or less, but for the price point, you can't argue with it. So with that being said, I'm going to put as much accessories on him and do a little size comparison with his counterpart. Well, I should say, well, the earlier version of Kid Gohan, and then stack them up with Piccolo and maybe Goku as well. Let's get it. And here is my boy Gohan on the rotating stand with as much accessories as I can put on him. As you can see, the joints and the articulation has just too much going on for him. Pair that with the shoulder pads that just do not look good, and then you're up for a disaster of a figure. I just will have him just standing still. I probably will bend the elbows when I go to pose him, but I won't have him looking crazy like this. It's like his joints are like all over the place, especially right there on his shoulders. That butterfly joint does not do him justice. I get it. I get what it's trying to do, but I don't know why they just did not implement the same articulation that they did for Broly. I mean, come on, we've already kind of been over this. Oh, real quick, guys. So when I was reviewing him, I forgot to show that this piece right here, let me see if I can get that a little bit closer, is an extra chest piece, so that way you can kind of use him for when he's doing dynamic poses like this. It kind of shortens the chest piece right here on the edges. This is the original one that came with him. I just put on the new one, and he also comes with a kind of like a glowing 3-star Dragon Ball, so that's kind of nice that they included the Dragon Balls with him. But back to him, I'm just going to do some quick size comparisons, and then we will be on our way. Right now, I went ahead and put up the other shortest people that we got recently. Right there next to him is Krillin, right there holding the senzu bean bag. So we got him. And then right next to him is the Kid Gohan, Kid Era Gohan right there. And I got him sporting the facial expression like he's surprised or scared with the Dragon Ball radar. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put up Goku and Piccolo. Let's get it. Here I got Gohan right next to Piccolo. Nothing too crazy. Father-son action going on. As you can see, he's pretty tall. And then last but not least, I got Super Saiyan God Goku chilling right there next to Gohan. Nothing too crazy. As you can see, Gohan kind of scales right up to his belt, Goku's belt right there. So, I mean, more or less the size comparison is pretty good. I like how small he is. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this video up. Let me know in the comment section below if this Gohan is going to be a pass or a grab. Major Piccolo shout out to everybody supporting since day one, and just make sure to head over to Otaku to make sure you get all your apparel and anime needs, and make sure to use my code LAZY to get 25% off. But okay guys, with that being said, the channel is lazy but the movement ain't.